All right, so this is weird. All right, getting gas takes like a couple minutes. But this Tesla charging thing, that's it. I'm at a supercharger location, and it still takes like an hour to get half a full charge. And I guess that's normal. I don't know. The car is 10 years old, so maybe that's just what it is. I know from watching different videos that this one doesn't have all the cameras like the new ones that are using the pure vision for their FSD and stuff. But still, I've had to become responsible, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't just like run out to the supercharger. There's none of them are near my house, and I don't have a house charger, so it's like, it's just different. I'm having to spend time, you know what I'm saying? I gotta like find a way to kill an hour, so just different. The responsibleness of the whole thing, but it's fine. I ended up finding a decent used one. The Jeep was just trying to die all the time, and I couldn't like really do my regular driving that I was doing to go to work, so I actually took a couple months off. But then work time came back around, and I remembered, oh yeah, I had taken some time off because I had to decide about my car. So I forgot that I needed to get a car. So it was a toss-up kinda. I started looking, and I was gonna get a Nissan Versa, because one of the versions of the Nissan Versa is stick. So I wanted a manual, and brand new 17,000 base model. I was like, yeah, let me do that. Let me just get that. Because then, you know, the joy of driving, manual transmission, there's a joy of it, you know? It's a hands-on. Not like automatic. Automatic, you just kind of like point it, press the gas, and just don't hit stuff, right? But a manual, you're like, all the limbs are engaged. That's driving to me. Like, that's more like driving. And, I mean, I looked at this as, I'm just investing more in Tesla. Okay, I didn't buy it brand new from the website, but it's still, I'm advertising for Tesla because I'm driving their car. It's a billboard, and I want the stock to go up because I own a lot of it. So supporting the company, you know what I'm saying? And so I mean, the thing drives really good, and I didn't realize when I was actually looking at it and buying it, well, searching for them, I didn't know about the performance and all that, performance models and whatever. So anyway, this one's got ludicrous mode and ludicrous plus, and just regular sport mode, and there's chill mode. Chill is too boring, so I keep it on sport, because then I could get into traffic quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got the jump, it jumps up. But trying to drive everywhere in chill mode is like, it's almost dangerous. Like, it's a slow car. And this car is like almost 6,000 pounds. Bruh. It's not even a big car. It's not. But I really like the body style. It almost reminds me of like a Camaro with the wide back end. Kind of looks like it's got a booty. Car's got booty. And it's white. Matches my watch. Yeah. And I used to always buy white phones until Apple started doing they stopped the white phones. I think they restarted them with the 16, but I could only get like silver for a while with the Apple phone. And I couldn't get a white computer. They only had silver. But anyway, besides that, I'm an electronics junkie. Yes, I know. It's not my fault. It's just where I find myself living. It happens to be highly technological nowadays, everywhere, right? I mean, just a few years ago, they didn't have this Tesla supercharging area over here in Mount Juliet. So think about that, right? Still got to figure out how to get a wall charger at the house. I'm in a rental, so that's a whole thing. I don't getting it rewired because like you got to get it wired. I need a 240 plug. So we don't have one of those. We don't have a garage and everything because it's been built into a bonus room. That's the problem with renting anyway. Got to get permissions and stuff like that. So, what kind of video is this? I'm just talking. Because I'm excited about... Is it an old new car? Or is it a new old car? New for me, 10 years old? Or it's... Hey, this one's 10 years old and I just bought it type of thing. Either way, I think it's both ways. But this one is cool. It says Tesla vehicle charging only. Like there's a specific sign. Like I know that some of them are shared, right? I think I haven't been to any of those yet. But every one of these superchargers are like at least 15 miles from my house. Yeah, so that's a pain. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's traffic time, better not have to go supercharge, right? And then it takes like an hour. So it's interesting. What am I going to do every time I have to charge? I think I'm going to end up making another video every time I have to charge. Why not? Sure, the subjects will become different. But yeah, right now I didn't make a script or anything. Just decided to talk about what in the world. If y'all going to get a Tesla, you got to think about this. Like for real. And maybe there's been 3 owners of this car. I believe I'm the 4th one, or it might be the 3rd one. I don't remember. But the name of the car was Stallone. Like they named the car. So I don't know why they named it Stallone. Did Stallone own this one? I don't know. And we all know that I'm talking about Sylvester Stallone. Or Sylvester Stallone. I don't know if it's... Anyway, I'm just being stupid. But yeah, it was kind of through my 401k that I was able to do this. Through a bunch of different moves in the market. I had to roll it over. Then I got a personal loan through the brokerage, you know. But, you know, if you have a 401k and you're over $2,000 in there, you can get a personal loan against your balance. As long as you keep that job, you don't have to pay it all back in one shot. But this is what I'm teaching my kids. Get your 401k and put money in there, like dump into it. Then, after you're over $2,000, you can get a personal loan against your balance. Then at that point, what I used to do is I would take the 20% that I was putting in, I would cut my input to half, and then I would schedule the payment every week to, 10% of what my check would be. And then I would make sure that I could pay off the loan in a year or less. Now, what would I do with that money that I pulled out? Because when you pay it back, it brings your balance back up to where it was. Plus, it keeps accruing weekly on your normal input, and it keeps compounding. So you're not losing anything. You're not losing anything. And so then you got a chunk of money, right? What do you do with that chunk of money? Pay off something. Pay off your credit card. Pay off your car. Pay off your school loan. You know what I'm saying? Maybe take that and invest more in your brokerage account, where you can do regular trading instead of, because you can't put that chunk of money into the 401k. Because the 401k is like only coming out of job money. As far as I know. I might be wrong, but this is just a strategy that I used. I paid off my car, I paid off my school loan, I paid off my credit cards. And I want everyone to know about this, because not everyone knows about what you can do with your 401k. And it might be different with different brokerage houses. I think that's what they are. But like Fidelity and Vanguard and whoever else does it. I think John Hancock is one. But I don't know if they do it, right? But I think they all do it. But anyway, it's really something for you to think about. And like, I don't suggest like go and get it and to spend the money on a party. You gotta like think about what you're doing. Make your money, make more money, right? And so that's what I did, paying off the school loan, because that was like interest, and it was like the government made it to where it's gonna go out like too many years. So I just had to, it was either make the payments on a regular basis or pay the whole thing off, because they had stupid rules. So I just got a chunk and I dropped it on there. So that saved me that time and the interest. And then I was able to take that money that was every month coming out of that and put it into something else, which was the brokerage account, right? Because you can get loans from your regular brokerage account too. They're called margin loans. I don't suggest doing it, because if you don't have a plan to pay it back, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. But if you are responsible and you have a plan to pay it back, then do that. But it's really, really handy, and it's very helpful if you can use it wisely. Don't go and start gambling with it, because that's just asking to like lose your butt. Especially if the stocks that you're in go dip and then you get a margin call, forget about it. It's better to just you do the 401k version and do because it's an automatic payment from your paycheck. Now, one way you can do is put like, I don't know, whatever the maximum that they allow. Like, say they allow you to do 90% of your check. That sounds crazy, but you put it into a pre-tax 401k, guess what? You're not getting taxed on 90% of your check. Boom. Boom. Can you hear boom? But okay, let's say you get your insurance coming out of your check. Don't do that. because you have to be able to pay off the insurance. That's all you got to do. Okay, you got to think about what all comes out of this check, however much comes out of the check to do like the regular things, your insurance, your just whatever's coming out of the check for stuff that is related to your job, right? Then the rest of it, boom, put it into the 401k. Now listen to me. Then you go ahead and set up the personal loan. They already know that you're putting in like $700 a week in there, right? They know that you're dumping in. They're going to approve your loan. You take that chunk of money, you go ahead and reduce the input every week. Instead of 90%, make it 45%. And then the rest of that is going to go back in there anyway out of your scheduled payment that you scheduled. It's just going to go straight into the same account. Okay, it's going to go straight into the 401k account. So 90% is still going in there because you're already doing 45% and then the 90%. But that chunk of money that you pulled out, those few thousands or whatever, you put that in your checking account and you don't go stupid. Okay, I'm not saying do this and be ridiculous. You set up all of your payments, your regular life things, your rent, your electric, everything on automatic payment. Okay? That way, everything's coming out automatic and you're literally living off of money that you didn't pay taxes on. Because a loan is not taxed because it's a debt, right? So, and I know this works. I done did it. This is not like, it's probably not even like a new thing. But I think this is going to be like the new rich, right? As long as you get yourself to work, stay employed, right? This will work. Because I did it for 6 years. And then I ended up getting a position change. Anyway, everything happens for a reason, right? Maybe if I hadn't got that position change, I wouldn't be out here teaching y'all how to do this, right? So, something to think about. And you can start to enjoy yourself a little bit more. Maybe you want to pay off your car loan for, you calculate up whatever your car payments are for the year. Pay off that whole year worth of payments all at once. That makes your overall balance go down. Your overall interest will go down because you're reducing payments, right? But now if you still have to make that next month payment, that's fine, but you're still going to be way ahead of the game, right? You're going to pay off your loan in so many more years less because you're paying down the principal. That's just one quick way to get out of a car loan, and by satisfying the loan still. Just make sure that your policy or your terms doesn't say that there's penalties or whatever, or see what I'm saying? I made sure when I got this vehicle that I could pay it off early, because as sure as the sun comes up, this loan will be paid off early, because I don't play that. Plus, working for Amazon, they have a 401k Fidelity, and so I'm gonna work the system that they gave me to work. You know what I'm saying? So, and yeah, I have to actually increase the amount that I'm putting in because the plan works. So I'm working the plan. Here we go, right? And so that's good. So I hope y'all learned something that you didn't know before, and I hope you don't think that I'm crazy, because this is real. Like, think about it. If you're getting $800 a week but you're only getting 800 because the rest of it was taxed out and you have your insurance coming out. But now you take pretty much the balance of what you have been getting as a check into your 401k, and then you get the loan against it, right? And you just adjust how much you're putting in every month or every week to half, and then the other half is actually the payment coming to satisfy the personal loan. And you have, you know, whatever, however many thousands that you qualify for to get the loan paid off in a year, right? That was my critical point. I had to be able to pay it off within a year, because then I'm going to repeat the process next year. Or if I can pay it off in a few months, just continue that cycle every few months. And then you're living basically tax-free, because if it's a tax-deferred account, you're just following the rules. You're just doing, you know what I'm saying, what is allowed to be done. I think this is the new rich. This is because, you know, rich people don't pay taxes and everything. You're still going to pay taxes when you go buy stuff, all that. But this is a life hack, if I ever heard of one. And I want everyone to know about it. So I'm encouraging people, get a 9-to-5. Get a good 9-to-5 that has, quote, benefits. I'm starting to figure out why they call it benefits. Because a 401k, you can benefit from that big time. And is this financial advice? Am I a financial advisor? I mean, I advise my family. So do I have some sort of license? No. I just have experience doing it. So I'm just saying, this is what I did. It works. I gave you the blueprint. Y'all leave in the comments, tell me if you ever did this technique. And now remember, you better keep that job. Keep the job, or that whole loan will be due. The whole balance of the loan will be due, because that's what happened to me. I ended up having to pay back. Well, the thing hit in October, so it was going to be done by the end of December, right? So the balance from October to December, I had to pay that off in one hit. But it was fine, because good planning, right? Of course, I didn't plan to not be working at that job anymore. But everything happens for a reason. It's all good. I'm not mad at anyone. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that everybody can benefit from this, if you're willing to work a full-time job and hustle. But yeah, remember, loans are not income, they're debt. And if you have a tax-deferred 401k, dump into it. I'm serious, because you'll pay taxes on the money, what, when you decide to, like, retire, however many decades later that's gonna be. Think about it. Really think about it. Okay, leave a comment, subscribe, share this video with all your financial people, friends and family, lawyers, whatever. Okay? Leave a comment. Get them to leave a comment. Whatever. Okay. God bless you and keep you safe. And thanks for watching. I'm out.